everybody. Today we are looking into some iterators, and for this we use the example from yesterday, and first we create an actual iterator. For this we create a constant iterator, one that is not changeable, and it's also possible to just do that with iterator without a constant, but we do that because for now we don't want to change our values in our vector, so they stay constant, and if you want to change them, the compiler would say there is a fault, and it's easy to know where the fault is. And with that created iterator, we can make a little for loop to get our values out of it. For this we use another kind of strategy. We start at the beginning of our iter, that is equal to the beginning. That means it starts at our sort here, and the iter is not equal to inventory end. That means it goes through all the values that we have in our vector and ends at the position after our values. And if that happens, the loop will stop. And for our loop, we want to have written our iters that we have created, but to display it we cannot just display our iter, because this is just an operator. In this section here it would display nothing. For that we create this multiplication mark that all the values in our iters, or in this case in our vector, will be displayed. And when we run this program, you can see our output, and you see your items are sword, armor and shield. And now we create another iterator in our vector. This time it's without the constant. That means we can change our value that we choose. And for this we want to access into a value in our vector, and for that we choose the inventory beginning. That means our sword is the beginning. We just particularly choose that one, and to change it we put another multiplication sign at the start of my iterator, so it accesses the actual value of the vector, and then we change it to battle axe. And with that it changed, and I can show you this with running our for loop again. And now we traded our sword to a battle axe, and now you can see our sword changed to a battle axe. And now we have two examples for when we use our value of our iterator. Here we have when we have another command at the end, we normally have to make those brackets everywhere and the multiplication sign too, but there is another variant to it. You can just say my iterator and then make a little arrow to size, and that's enough for everything, and it will write the exact same as the upper part. And now we want to insert something into our inventory, and for that we access our vector. For that we have to first call out our inventory, say we want to insert, say where we want to insert it, and then say what we want to insert it. And when we have done this, we can run our program, and we will see we put our crossbow into the inventory begin, also in the beginning of our inventory, and it's at the first position of it. And now we can also erase something from our vector, and to do that we make the same as before. We call our inventory and then make the command erase, and for that we want to destroy or erase our armor. And to access it, we have to start at the beginning of the inventory and we add +2. So we reach the third position, and when we run the program, we can see our armor was at the third place, but we added +2 because the beginning is at the crossbow, and when we add 2 we end up by the armor. And with that we have at the end, when we run the for loop, we have just the crossbow, the battle axe and the shield left in our inventory. Yeah, and with that, that's it for our episode 19 today. I hope you enjoyed it or learned something, and with that I say bye. So stay with me together.